what's up guys? Welcome back again to another AutoChess MOBA video. And before we're gonna start today's main topic, highly encourage you to comment down below if you got any questions or any suggestions or anything that you want me to address in the future videos. So comment down below. So let's proceed to the main topic of the video. So today we're gonna be talking about heroes, or we're gonna be talking about the roles of each of the different heroes. So, there are mainly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roles of heroes in AutoChess MOBA. So, they are called the tank, the marksman, warriors, support, mages, and assassin. Oh, I forgot. Support, assassin, and mage. Okay? Don't confuse that one. I'm very sorry. So, first up, we're gonna tackle about the tanks. So these are the heroes that are currently available for the tank roles. So we have these 4 heroes. So what are the main job of the tanks, or what are its impacts to the whole game? So the main job of the tanks is to soak up damage, or to take up all of the damage of the enemy heroes. So you take up all of the magic and physical damage in order for your highly damaged allies to survive longer in the clash, and to give you high chances of winning in a clashes. So that is why tanks for me are the very most important roles, or the very most important heroes in a MOBA type games. So without the tanks, it will gonna be hard to survive or hard to win a specific clash, especially in a very crucial clash. You'll especially need tanks, because the main reason of it is because of the uniqueness of the skills. So tanks usually have a crowd control skills, or a slow skills, or skills that can stun the enemy, or can immobilize the enemy's movement, or yeah, that is it. And also there are some tanks that can also give you heal, but I don't know. I'm still not used to, I still don't know what are the skills of these heroes, but I'm pretty sure they have slows and they have stuns, or crowd control AoE, or um crowd control AoE, crowd control stuns, or AoE stuns, whatever you call it, etc, etc. So next up is loading the marksman. So as of now, we have only 2 heroes in a marksman role. So marksman role is, or the role mainly of the marksman is, you will be the one to carry your team in the late of the games, because marksman, especially in the early and the mid, you need to properly take care of them. If you are the support, or if you are supporting the marksman, you must properly take care of your marksman as much as possible. You don't want them to die as many as they can, or as many as they can, because in later game, marksman will be the one to carry your games, or will become your recipe for the comebacks, because marksmen have a very weak damages when it comes in early to mid, but when it comes to a very late game, they can just practically 2-hit or 1-hit squishy heroes like mages, support, or other marksman, or even assassin. But the only downside is they are very also squishy. They easily get killed by assassins, or any heroes if they get block or crowd control. But if you properly guard or babysit your marksman, then you have a high chance of winning, or high chance of come back a very deficit game, or a very almost to lose game. So better to make sure. And also, if you're a marksman, you must also have a very good idea on how to properly you must also have a very good idea on when to engage a clash, when to run. You must also always look into the minimap. You must also know how to properly last hit enemy creeps or minions. I don't know what you call the little dudes here, but enemy minions or creeps, you must know how to properly last hit. Just always look on the map. Just always properly what is the most favorable fight for you, or favorable clashes for you, in order for you to have a very good impact in the later game. So that is it. Just important thing to remember: don't engage as much as possible in early to mid, but in late game you can do whatever shit you want because you're a fucking marksman. And that's what you do. So next up is, I think this is warrior. Yeah, warrior. So I don't know. Yeah, there are 5 heroes here. Again, AutoChess MOBA devs, fix your UI please in the laptop or PC computer, because we cannot see shit here. Poor dude, cannot see him or her. But anyways, these are your heroes in the warrior class. Your role as a offlaner is just to secure that lane, or the top lane, or whatever lane you are. You cannot go to the mid. But I think there are some instances that warriors can go to the mid. But anyways, if you're assigned to the top or the mid, as much as possible, you must secure that lane. You must dominate that lane. Warriors are, I would also like to call, they are the 1v1 heroes in the MOBA, because in order for you to become effective, you need to dominate that lane in order for you to give pressure to the enemy heroes, in order for them to hesitate to take up clashes, to take up special or important jungle monsters or jungle buff. Like, in order for them to be pressured, in order for them to think twice whether they will gonna do a clash or they will gonna take up important jungles, or the Roshan, I don't know if what you called it, Roshan or whatever, the important jungle monsters. And also, another thing or another job that you need to do as a warrior is you must time when and where to take up clashes. For me, if I was a warrior, or if I will gonna bring warrior role, I usually just tend to watch the clash before I will enter. I will watch if the enemy already used all of their skills, or most of their skills, or most of the crowd control skills, especially the stuns and slows, and also their life. If they have a half health, or they don't have a full health, and they don't have enough skills to stop me or to kill me, then that's the time I will enter the clash. Basically, you will just become the cleanup crew of the clash. So your marksman, tank, mages, and support take up the clash, and then you will enter late in the clash to clean up everything if there are some enemy heroes that was not dead, or enemy heroes that's needed to be killed secure, or KS kill steal. So I think that's the most important job of the warrior: dominate your lane, give pressure to your enemies, and perfectly time when and where you're gonna enter a clash. You'll be the cleanup crew of the clash. That's it. For me, that's the role of the warrior. You must remember that, okay? So next up is, I think this is support. Yeah, they are the supports. So currently we have 3 supports now, and among these 3, I am looking forward to Sun Chaser Shaman, because as you seen in the previous video, I've reacted exaggerately because of this one, because she looks familiar, or she has skills, the same skills as Earthshaker. Which I think will be super duper fun. So anyways, as a support, so support for me is like the same as the tank. Support usually guard the marksman, or the assassin, or the mages, or you just give support to the clashes. And also, support has also almost has the same skills of the tanks. They also have crowd controls, and crowd control AoE, and AoE slows, or they have slows, and they can also give heals to the enemy clashes. So that's it. You have also the same role as the tank. As much as possible, if you're the tank or a support, it is okay to die first than your marksman, assassin, or mages, because as much as possible, it is okay for you to die first. You just prioritize the safety of your marksman, or your allies that will carry you in the late games, or will carry you the games. As much as possible, you don't want the enemies to shut down your allies. That is important, very crucial for you, the marksman. Again, the marksman, mages, and assassin. So there are just some instances that you must sacrifice yourself if you're a support or a tank. That's why tank and support are not that very popular because of that. Maybe that's the main reason. Also, they are not flashy. They are not usually the main focus of the game, especially in the tournaments or big leagues. The one that shines the most are the assassins, marksmen, and mages because they are the tend to give more damage. They tend to wipe out enemies. But support and tanks isn't that not famous or usually not picked or high lower picked in ranks. But for me, they are the very most important, the tank and support. Without these roles or without these heroes, then it is very hard to win a any clashes or very crucial clashes, and it's also hard to get that comeback potential or to grab that comeback potential if you don't have a support or tank or a very good support or a tank. So just to remind again, if you're a support or a tank, as much as possible protect the heroes or the allies that will carry you in the later game, and give support. Just always give support. Just use up all of your skills if you want, but you can do that. But also, if you time it properly, then it's very nice too. So that is it, support. Next up is, I think, is assassin, which is currently we have one hero, Soul Breaker. So assassin or the jungler, or the name implies jungler. Your main job is to jungle. Keep farming, jungle farming. You steal the jungle of the enemy, you steal the farm of the enemy until you will get your items, or until you will snowball your damage and you will have high levels than the enemy jungler or the rest of the enemy teams. And yeah, that's it. That's your job. You just jungle and jungle, and if you have enough items, you go for kills. Always go for kills because you're assassin. That's your job. You kill people. You just go for jungle, gain gold, gain as much as XP as you want, as much as possible. You need to always be ahead of the enemy jungle or all of the enemies resources or gold level, XP, everything. That's it. That's your job. Just jungle and jungle, and if you have high damage, have enough level, enough gold, go always for the kill, for the kill, for the kill. Always kill enemy heroes. So that's why they are fun. But in the early to mid, they are boring. Because you need to jungle, but in the late, they're so fun. And even in the early, they are so fun. You can always go for a ambush kill if you see in the minimap, or you're just always gonna look at the minimap and always look at the health bar of the enemy, then you can go and ambush kill them if they have low health and their skills are on cooldown. So that's it. That's your job. Main job. You ambush kill, you farm up, you kill. That's it. Kill. And last up is, I think they are the mages. So yeah, mages. Mages are, based on my previous experience on Dota, you usually put in the mid because they have high damage even in early games. Early to late game, they will have high damage, but in the late game, they will be the damage of them will get covered up by the marksman and assassin. Well, anyways, in the early into mid, as much like the warrior, you want to dominate the mid game, the mid lane or your lane. In order for you to ambush early, so let's say for example, if you have already dominated the mid game or the mid lane, you always say mid game, you've already dominated the mid lane. The enemy mid is already kind of deficit in you, or you have a very high advantage to the enemy mid. Then, and early as you can ambush the top and the bottom lane as a mid, because also I think that is the main job of the mid. You dominate your lane, and then if you have enough, if you have space, if you have created space, you can ambush top or mid. You can go to jungle with your assassin or your jungler. You go to the enemy's jungle line or jungle area, and then you ambush the enemy jungle or enemy assassin, so they cannot get their items or get their gold or XP needed. So that's it. Your main job as a mage is to dominate your lane and then help in ambush in early to mid. and in late game, you help in giving damage because there are all the some of the skills too is slow and I think damage per second or DPS. So yeah, that's your main job as a mid lane. Dominate your lane and then help in ambush in early to mid, and in late game you also give your damage. And also you clear minion waves or yeah, creep waves. So yeah, I think that's it. So that's our 6 different roles in AutoChess MOBA. If you have another questions, or if you want me to clarify some things up, or if you want to suggest more, if I've missed some of the keynotes of each of the different roles, then comment down below. What is it? Feel free to do it because it's very nice. So yeah, that is it. I hope you've learned something again. Those are the 6 different roles and their different jobs, and what are the things that you need to do, and how can you give impact to the whole game and to your team. So I hope you've learned something, and also please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and share and subscribe, and watch out for future videos about AutoChess MOBA in this channel. That is it. Thanks for watching. God bless. Take care for yourselves, buyers, and Jane.